So I was watching a video that I recorded yesterday back, and I realized that it did a terrible job at explaining things. So I'm going to give it another shot here. First thing you'll see is the attacks here. If you played Project Spark, you know that whenever you hit the attack button, he continues to move forward. That's good if you want to move forward, but not so good if you don't. So what I did, you can see, is I decided to stop moving the attack unless you were moving the left stick. Works great. Next thing I'm going to show here is the stamina bar. Oh no, wait, this is a charge attack. Alright, great. Charge attack. Hold the X button down. When you release it, if it's charged up and sparkling, does a heavy attack. Cool move. When a player is dead, enemy player, it releases some orbs. They can replenish your health, mana, stamina, whatever. If you don't pick them up in time, they disappear. I've also got the stamina bar. I think I'm going to show it right here. The right trigger on this build lowers the stamina bar. You see that right there? Depending on how full the bar is, there's going to be a glow around a player. It's a direct correlation there. If the bar is full to the top, the glow is going to be really strong. If there's not much in there, the glow is going to be kind of weak. Some division going in there to determine the strength of the highlight on the character. But ultimately it comes down to a visual cue to let you know how much stamina that you have left. I may be adjusting it. I think the sprint ability could probably run a little bit longer, but I have the stamina control and the teleport ability now too. Alright, here I'm starting to show off the projectile attacks. I haven't really talked much about projectiles yet. I'm still working on them. I have big plans for them. If you watched the video I uploaded yesterday, you may have noticed the character in yesterday's video had a blue trail and blue effects everywhere. Today's player has a green effects, so that's has a lot to do with what projectile attack the character can use, and that's all I'm really going to say. I don't want to spoil too much for whenever I actually release the game, but there is going to be some differences in the projectile attacks, and it has a little something to do with what color your character is currently let's leave it at that. Now I'm doing the ground stomp. What else do they call it? Ground attack. Mario does the butt stomp. It's a must move. If you have a 2D platforming game, you have to have that move. So how do you get it in there? Wall jump's very important too. You see me doing the wall jump here. This wall jump is a little bit different than the other wall jumps I've seen in Project Spark, where you don't control the trajectory of your jump in the air, because I'm using the dodge moves instead of the jump. When you're against the wall and you press it, you automatically go the other way, so you don't have to use the left stick back and forth. And I think here I just run to the edge of the level, or to the end of the level that I've built. Mainly it's just a testing level to determine jump distances, so forth. Usually I play it with the grid on, so I can keep track of what the character can do. It's a character test, you know. Well,